trust is so important. And one of the things that I really hold dear to is my spirituality, the way I was raised. English is actually my second language. Navajo is my first language. So the first thing I speak every morning is my native language. I'm always praying, and I pray only in my native language. I don't think I've ever said a prayer in English. So that has helped me to be accountable to myself in regards to trusting myself. And one of the biggest things that I'm finding, I'm going on 13 years in a director role now, is that one of the things that I'm finding is that no one else in the world is like me. No one else is going to look like me. No one else is going to say things the way I say them. And so I give myself that grace, and I give myself that empowerment to know that Creator put me in this role for a reason, for me to be able to exercise my leadership skills and to be able to get people on board to execute missions and goals within whatever it is that I decide to do, whether that's within my career, whether that's in my volunteer initiatives, and even just as a mom. And then one of the things that I'm seeing too is that even within my PhD program, I'm constantly getting feedback from a lot of my professors saying, I'm very thankful you're taking this class, because your knowledge and the things that you contribute to the discussions are not only empowering me as an instructor, but it's also giving information to the students. So I see that, and when I hear that type of acknowledgement, that empowers me to continue to build that trust within myself, to say, like, I am of value. The things that I do say do bring, leverage to the table, to where people can be like, oh, I didn't know that about the Diné culture. I should ask questions. I should be able to educate myself. I feel comfortable going to her to talk about some of these things. So I think, having that type of trust within ourselves is something that takes time. I will say that it does take patience within yourself to be able to do that, because I think a lot of times, as a minority female individual, we're not always fostered with those types of spaces to be able to have that type of accountability and trust to ourselves. A lot of times, we're not, spaces are not created for us to elevate, right? And for those types of things. So I think, being resilient in those spaces like that, I think also goes a long way.
And I appreciate how you juxtapose trust with self-doubt, and how trust is a way to eliminate self-doubt. Self-doubt can be paralyzing, right? And the more that we develop trust in ourselves, the more that we don't doubt ourselves. So I really appreciate that, and that it allows you to see your own value in the world for yourself and for other people.